Hello, esteemed gentlemen. The quietest people have the loudest minds. Stephen Hawking. In a world obsessed with loud voices and flashy displays, the Sigma male stands as a silent enigma. He's the one who doesn't need to shout to be heard, doesn't need to conform to be respected, and certainly doesn't need a crowd to validate his worth. While others scramble for attention and approval, the Sigma male operates in the shadows, commanding a level of intrigue and envy that few can understand, let alone match. It's this quiet power, this ability to thrive on his own terms without ever bending to the expectations of others, that sparks such intense jealousy. People are fascinated by the Sigma male, drawn to his mysterious allure, yet they can't quite put their finger on what makes him so different, so untouchable. The truth is, the Sigma male possesses qualities that defy conventional wisdom, traits that allow him to navigate life with a level of independence and foresight that others can only dream of. And it's this very uniqueness that makes him both admired and envied, a figure who effortlessly stands apart in a world desperate to fit in. Number 1, unintentional disruption of social norms. When a Sigma male enters a room, he doesn't just blend in, he shakes things up without even trying. It's like he's got this invisible force field that makes people rethink everything they thought they knew about social norms. While most folks are busy trying to fit in, follow the unspoken rules and climb the social ladder, the Sigma male is quietly, almost accidentally, breaking all those rules. He doesn't do it out of rebellion or to prove a point. He simply lives by his own code. This unintentional disruption drives people nuts because it forces them to confront the artificiality of their own lives. They've spent years, maybe even decades, learning how to navigate social hierarchies, what to say, how to act, who to impress. And then along comes this Sigma male who just sidesteps all of that. His mere existence makes them question whether the rules they've been following even matter. And that's where the jealousy kicks in. Deep down, they envy the Sigma male's ability to live outside these invisible boundaries that everyone else feels so trapped by. They wonder what it's like to not care about social approval, to operate on your own terms without feeling the need to justify or explain yourself to anyone. But they're too entrenched in the game to step out of it, and watching the Sigma male move freely through life as if those rules don't apply to him is a bitter pill to swallow. They can't stand how he disrupts the status quo so effortlessly, so they label him as an outsider, not realizing that's exactly what he prefers. The whole thing is a little maddening, really. Here's a guy who isn't even trying, yet he's constantly challenging the very fabric of their social reality. It's like they're in a play, sticking to the script, and the Sigma male just waltzes in and improvises his lines, making everyone else look like they're trying too hard. Number 2, fearless rejection of tribalism. Sigma males are like the anti-herd. While everyone else is busy finding their tribe, pledging loyalty to a group, and sticking to the pack, the Sigma male is out there, completely unbothered by the whole idea of belonging. He doesn't see the point in tribalism, the instinctual need most people have to be part of a group, to fit in, to share an identity with others. Instead, he's perfectly happy to be his own tribe, a one-man band playing a tune that's entirely his own. This fearless rejection of groupthink is what really sets people off. Most folks are hardwired to find safety in numbers. They join groups, movements, clubs, anything to feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves. They draw their confidence from being surrounded by like-minded people, thinking that there's strength in numbers. But then the Sigma male comes along doing his own thing without a care in the world for group dynamics, and it throws everything into question. It's not that the Sigma male is antisocial or has a chip on his shoulder. He just doesn't feel the need to blend in or align himself with any particular crowd. He's not interested in playing by the rules of social conformity, and that's what rattles people. They see him standing alone, thriving without the crutch of a group identity, and it shakes their confidence. They start to realize that their sense of security, something they thought came from being part of a collective, might actually be more fragile than they'd like to admit. And here's where the jealousy creeps in. Deep down, they wish they could be as independent as the Sigma male. unchained from the need to belong, to conform, to fit in. They envy his freedom, the way he can walk through life without being tethered to a group or a label. It's not that they don't value their tribes, they just recognize that there's a certain power in not needing one. The Sigma male is proof that you can live a full, rich life without ever subscribing to the idea that you need to be part of something larger to be whole. That kind of self-reliance is rare, and when people see it, it hits a nerve. It reminds them that maybe, just maybe, they've been playing it safe by clinging to their tribes, and that deep down, they're a little envious of the Sigma male's courage to stand alone. Number 3. Unwritten success. Blueprint. Sigma males don't play by the usual rules when it comes to success. They're not interested in climbing the corporate ladder, following a well-worn path, or ticking off the usual milestones that society sets up as the markers of achievement. Instead, they go off-road, blazing their own trail with a compass only they seem to understand. And here's the kicker. They often end up achieving more, and doing it in ways that leave everyone else scratching their heads. This unwritten blueprint for success is what drives people crazy with jealousy. Most folks are taught to believe there's a set way to make it in life. Go to school, get a degree, land a stable job, work your way up. It's like a script everyone's following, and stepping off the script feels risky, even reckless. But the Sigma male, he's never even read the script. He's out there freelancing his way through life, picking and choosing his battles, and somehow, it works. He makes his own opportunities, takes risks others wouldn't dare, and ends up with results that are both impressive and confounding. People can't help but envy this because it challenges everything they've been taught about success. The Sigma male's path doesn't come with a map, and yet he navigates it with a kind of quiet confidence that others find both admirable and deeply unsettling. It's like he's found a shortcut that no one else can see, and that shortcut leads to places others never even imagined going. He doesn't need a mentor, a network, or a guidebook. He's writing his own rules as he goes. What's more, the Sigma male isn't out there bragging about his achievements or seeking validation. His success is often understated, almost accidental in its execution, which only adds to the mystique. While others are busy announcing their every move on social media, trying to prove they're making it, the Sigma male is quietly building something extraordinary, far away from the spotlight. It's this combination of humility and ingenuity that really gets under people's skin. They see him achieving on his own terms, without the usual fanfare, and it makes them question the value of all the conventional wisdom they've been following. The jealousy comes from a place of insecurity, a fear that maybe the Sigma male's approach is the real secret to success, and that everything they've been doing is just a long detour. It's a tough pill to swallow, realizing that while they've been sticking to the rules, the Sigma male has been busy rewriting them, and worst of all, it's working. Number 4. Indifference as a superpower. Sigma males are like emotional ninjas. They know exactly how to control their feelings without breaking a sweat. While the rest of the world is getting caught up in drama, overthinking every little thing and letting their emotions run the show, the Sigma male is calm, collected, and a little bit mysterious. He doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve, and that's not because he doesn't feel things deeply. It's just that he doesn't let those feelings dictate his actions or cloud his judgment. This ability to keep his emotions in check drives people absolutely nuts. Most folks are like open books when it comes to their feelings. If they're angry, sad, or stressed, you'll know about it. They vent, they rant, they need someone to listen. But the Sigma male, he's more like a locked journal. You won't see him losing his cool or getting swept up in the moment, no matter how intense things get. He's the guy who can stay calm in a crisis, who doesn't let his buttons get pushed, and who doesn't react to every little thing that comes his way. It's almost like he's mastered some secret art of emotional self-defense that others can't even begin to grasp. And that's where the jealousy kicks in. People envy the Sigma male's emotional control because they wish they could be that steady, that unfazed by the chaos of life. They're used to letting their emotions steer the wheel, And watching someone who can navigate life without being tossed around by every wave is both fascinating and frustrating. It's like he's playing a different game entirely, one where emotions don't have the power to derail him. But here's the real kicker. The Sigma male's emotional control isn't about shutting down or suppressing what he feels. He's not cold or detached. He just knows how to process his emotions internally without letting them spill out and create unnecessary drama. He's the type who can take a step back, assess the situation, and respond in a way that's calm and calculated rather than reactive and rash. It's this level-headedness that people envy because it's something most of them struggle to achieve. Deep down, they know that the Sigma male's emotional control gives him a huge advantage in life. It means he doesn't get easily manipulated, doesn't burn bridges in the heat of the moment, and doesn't let temporary feelings lead to permanent decisions. It's a rare skill, and it's one that makes others wish they could keep their own emotions on such a tight leash. They can't help but feel a little jealous when they see the Sigma male breeze through situations that would send them spiraling, and that jealousy is often tinged with a mix of admiration and frustration. After all, who wouldn't want to be the person who can stay cool under pressure and make decisions with a clear head, even when everything else is going off the rails? Number 4. Living a purpose-driven life. Sigma males have this uncanny ability to stay 2 steps ahead of everyone else. And it's not just because they're smart, it's because they're always thinking, always observing, and always planning. While most people are busy living in the moment, reacting to whatever life throws at them, the Sigma male is already anticipating what's coming next. It's like he's playing chess while everyone else is stuck playing checkers, and trust me, people notice. They see him making moves that seem almost too perfect, too well-timed, and it drives them crazy with envy. The thing is, the Sigma male doesn't just plan for the obvious, he plans for the unexpected, the curveballs that life loves to throw. He's not just thinking about the next step, but the next 5 steps, and he's always ready with a backup plan, or 3. This level of foresight can make him seem almost psychic to those who are caught off guard by every twist and turn. They start to wonder how he does it, how he seems to navigate life with such ease while they're constantly blindsided by things they never saw coming. But the Sigma male's ability to stay ahead isn't just about being prepared, it's also about knowing when to act and when to hold back. He's not impulsive, and he doesn't make decisions on a whim. Instead, he carefully considers his options, weighing the pros and cons, and only makes a move when he's sure it's the right one. This patience and precision make his actions seem almost effortless, like he's always in the right place at the right time. And here's the part that really gets under people's skin. The Sigma male isn't out there flaunting his foresight or making a big deal out of his ability to stay ahead. He's not the type to say, "I told you so," even when he totally could. He just quietly keeps winning, leaving others to wonder how they missed the signs, how they didn't see what he saw. It's a level of competence that's both infuriating and awe-inspiring, and it makes people wish they had just a fraction of his ability to read the game of life so well. This envy stems from a deep-seated fear that they're always playing catch-up, always reacting rather than anticipating. They see the Sigma male's calm, calculated approach and can't help but feel inadequate in comparison. They want that same sense of control, that same ability to see around corners and avoid pitfalls before they even appear. But the truth is, staying ahead like the Sigma male does takes a lot of mental discipline, a lot of patience, and a lot of time spent analyzing the world in ways that most people never bother with. It's a skill he's honed over time, and one that's almost impossible to imitate, no matter how much others might wish they could. Number 6. Mastery of duality. Sigma males have mastered the art of saying no without uttering a word. It's not that they're antisocial or difficult, far from it. They're just incredibly selective about where they invest their time and energy. While most people bend over backward to please others, often at their own expense, the Sigma male knows exactly when to draw the line. He doesn't feel the need to be everything to everyone, and that's a power move that drives people absolutely wild with jealousy. You see, saying no is like a superpower. It's the ability to protect your peace, to keep your life free of unnecessary drama, and to focus on what really matters. Sigma males understand this better than anyone. They're not going to waste their time on things that don't align with their goals, values, or well-being. They don't feel guilty for turning down invitations, declining requests, or simply stepping away from situations that don't serve them. And here's the kicker. They do it without explanation, without excuses, and without losing a wink of sleep. People envy this because, let's face it, most of us struggle to say no. We overcommit, we get overwhelmed, and then we end up resenting the very things we agreed to do. The Sigma male, on the other hand, has zero problem setting boundaries. His time is his most valuable asset, and he guards it like a hawk. Others might see him as aloof or distant, but in reality, he's just not interested in the noise. He's too busy focusing on his own path, and he knows that the more he says no to the unnecessary, the more room he has for what truly matters. But here's what really stings. The Sigma male's refusal to play by the usual social rules makes him even more intriguing. People are drawn to those who seem unattainable, who don't conform to the expectations of others. The Sigma male's ability to walk away from anything that doesn't serve him is like a magnet. It's mysterious, it's empowering, and it's something most people wish they could do themselves. They see him standing firm in his decisions, unbothered by the opinions of others, and they can't help but feel a pang of jealousy. They want that same level of confidence, that same ability to prioritize their own needs without feeling like they owe anyone anything. Number 7. Resistance to manipulation. Sigma. Males have this knack for being effortlessly intriguing without even trying. They don't broadcast their lives, they don't overshare their thoughts, and they definitely don't feel the need to be in the spotlight. Instead, they're like a good mystery novel. People are drawn to them, trying to figure out what makes them tick, but they always leave you hanging just enough to keep you guessing. This kind of enigmatic aura is not just magnetic, it's practically irresistible, and it drives people nuts with jealousy. The Sigma male doesn't need a megaphone to be noticed. His presence is felt, not because he's out there seeking attention, but because he's so comfortable in his own skin. He moves through life with a kind of quiet confidence that makes people wonder what his secret is. When he speaks, it's often profound and measured, not because he's trying to be mysterious, but because he values substance over flash. And when he does decide to share something personal, it's usually so well considered that it feels like you've just been let in on a closely guarded secret. This low-key charm is what drives people wild. In an age where everyone is shouting to be heard and curating their lives for maximum likes and shares, the Sigma male doesn't play by those rules. He's not out there posting every meal, every mood, or every moment of his day. Instead, he's out there living his life and letting his actions speak for themselves. This nonchalance about his own mystique makes people more curious and, let's face it, a little envious. They wonder how he can be so content with just being himself, so unaffected by the need for external validation. And let's not forget how this understated allure can be frustrating for those who thrive on social interaction and validation. For them, it's like trying to catch smoke with their bare hands. The Sigma male's ability to be intriguing while being decidedly low-key makes him a puzzle that's nearly impossible to solve. It's the kind of allure that others crave but can't quite grasp, and that's why they find themselves so envious. They want that effortless cool, that ability to draw people in without even trying, and they wish they could possess the same calm confidence that the Sigma male exudes. Number 9. Subtle influence without seeking power. Sigma males are renowned for their almost surgical precision in choosing their battles. Unlike the rest of us, who might get tangled in every little skirmish and be driven to distraction by every minor conflict, the Sigma male approaches life with a kind of strategic calm. He's like a chess player who's not just thinking about the next move, but the next 10 moves, and he knows exactly which fights are worth his energy and which ones are best left alone. This isn't about avoiding confrontation. Sigma males can hold their own when needed. It's more about being smart with their resources. They don't waste time arguing over trivial matters or getting caught up in petty drama. Instead, they focus their efforts on battles that matter, ones that align with their goals or principles. To others, it might seem like they're disengaged or aloof, but in reality, they're just being exceptionally discerning. They understand that not every fight is worth fighting and that sometimes the best strategy is to wait and strike only when it will actually make a difference. This strategic restraint is what drives people crazy with envy. Watching someone maintain such control and focus can be downright infuriating for those who are more prone to knee-jerk reactions and emotional outbursts. It's like the Sigma male is playing a different game where he's the grandmaster and everyone else is stuck in a frantic game of checkers. People see him sidestepping conflicts with a kind of effortless grace and can't help but wonder how he manages to stay so composed while everyone else is getting swept up in the chaos. Moreover, Sigma males' ability to choose their battles wisely often means they come out ahead when it counts. They're not just avoiding pointless disputes, they're positioning themselves for meaningful victories. This knack for staying calm and collected, while everyone else is flailing around, makes him look like a genius strategist. It's this combination of emotional intelligence and tactical patience that others find so enviable. They wish they could emulate that level of control and foresight, but often find themselves caught up in the minutiae of everyday squabbles. Number 10. Comfort with unresolved tension. Sigma males have an uncanny knack for maintaining a mystique that keeps people guessing. They're the type of people who can walk into a room and immediately become the center of attention, not by saying much, but by simply being present. There's a certain magnetism about them that's less about flashy gestures and more about the quiet confidence they exude. They seem to effortlessly command respect and curiosity, leaving others wondering how they manage to be so intriguing without even trying. This aura of intrigue is incredibly enviable because it defies conventional logic. In a world where everyone is scrambling to stand out with grandiose claims or social media spectacles, the Sigma male just quietly goes about his business. And somehow, that's what makes him so compelling. It's as if he's cracked the code to being both elusive and desirable. People are drawn to him, but they never quite feel like they know him, which only fuels their curiosity and jealousy. Moreover, this subtlety doesn't mean he's shy or reclusive. It means he's a master of self-preservation and self-presentation. The Sigma male knows how to maintain his privacy and keep certain aspects of his life under wraps, which only adds to his enigmatic charm. He doesn't feel the need to broadcast every detail of his personal life or seek validation from others. Instead, he lets his actions speak for themselves, and that air of mystery becomes part of his allure. It's this deliberate control over what he reveals that makes him stand out. For those watching from the sidelines, this ability to remain an enigma is both fascinating and frustrating. They can see the Sigma male's impact and presence, but they can't quite figure out how he does it. This creates a sense of intrigue that's hard to replicate. It's like trying to follow a plot twist in a thriller without any spoilers. There's something thrilling about not knowing the full story. People are left with their imaginations running wild, trying to piece together the Sigma male's character, while he remains content with being an enigma. If you've enjoyed exploring Sigma males with us, don't forget to hit subscribe. Your support helps us create more amazing content. Subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Bye.